Jason, unstoppable. You're sprinting through fog-choked woods, lungs burning, but that heavy breathing never fades. Jason Voorhees is right behind, machete dripping from the last fool who thought fire or bullets could end him. Superhuman strength lets him flip cars, smash through doors like paper, drive blades through torsos with zero effort. Drown him? He rises from the lake. Shoot him? He pulls the rounds out and keeps coming. Axes to the skull? He yanks them free and uses them on you. Death only upgrades him. Undead rage fueled by his mother's murder turns him into a regenerating machine that shrugs off explosions, dismemberment, even hell itself. No pain registers, no fatigue slows him. Survivors chain him to the bottom of Crystal Lake over and over, but the hook always snaps, the water always spits him back. Face him head on, your screams just fuel the next swing. The chilling truth hits as his mask looms closer. Jason doesn't hunt for sport. He hunts because you exist on his territory. And territory is forever. Freddy, Dream Lord, you drift off exhausted, thinking safety and wakefulness. Then the boiler room ignites around you, pipes hissing like laughter. Freddy Krueger rules dreams. Godlike here, he warps reality, stretches your body like taffy, turns your childhood bedroom into a furnace of your worst memories. Telekinesis flings you into walls, shapeshifting makes him your dead parent or lover, regeneration laughs at any wound you land. The more you fear, the stronger he grows. Fear is his battery, soul's his fuel, letting him pull strings in the waking world if he's fed enough. Burned alive once, death gifted him this realm where physics bows and logic dies. Stay awake? Caffeine fails eventually, eyelids win. Pull him out? He's mortal then, but good luck dragging a dream demon into daylight before he carves your heart out in sleep. One blink and you're his playground, the final whisper before blackout. Welcome to my world, bitch. Sleep tight, because he never does. Pennywise, fear feeder. Red balloons drift through storm drains, that painted grin promising fun, until it splits wide, revealing rows of needle teeth and eyes that see straight into your soul. Pennywise thrives on terror, shapeshifting into whatever breaks you, dead brother, giant spider, your own rotting face. Telepathy rips open every buried trauma. Illusions warp streets into mazes where friends become enemies. He brainwashes towns to ignore missing kids, drives adults mad with whispers, possesses bodies like toys. Every 27 years he wakes starving, and fear-seasoned children taste sweetest. Pure electric panic powers his reality bending. Adults, he makes them forget the screams next door. The losers barely survive by starving his fear supply, believing him mortal. But alone? No group belief to shield you. He doesn't chase hard, he waits, whispers your name from shadows, turns your mind against itself until you hand him the kill. Lights flicker out, balloons pop, and you float down, forever. Creeper, unstoppable. Every 23 years, the ancient cycle restarts, and that winged nightmare crawls from its hibernation, hunger burning hotter than ever. The creeper doesn't just hunt, he smells you. One whiff of your fear, your organs, your perfect body part, and you're marked for life. Superhuman speed closes any distance, strength rips people apart like tissue, and weapons from medieval axes to his own claws make escape a joke. Burn him, impale him, chop him into pieces, he regenerates, stitches himself back together, and flies off laughing. No permanent death has ever stuck. He just waits another 23 years, stronger, meaner. Your only prayer? That your timeline doesn't overlap his feeding season. Because once he locks onto your scent, the chase is eternal. And when those wings blot out the sun, the last thing you'll see is that stitched grin promising to take exactly what he wants. Piece by bloody piece. Death Angels, sound killer. Absolute silence is your only shield, because the moment you make a sound, they hear it from miles away. Death Angels crash through walls, shatter glass, their armored shells deflecting every bullet, every explosion. Speed blurs them into death, claws slice through steel, and strength lets them flip cars like toys. Humanity's weapons? Useless against that exoskeleton. They've already wiped out most of the world by sound alone. Survivors crawl in barefoot whispers, praying the floor doesn't creak. Water slows them, high-frequency noise stuns them. But those weaknesses are rare, fleeting. One wrong breath, one cough, and you're ripped apart in seconds. The terror isn't the attack, it's knowing they never tire, never miss, and the entire planet is their hunting ground. Make a sound. Any sound. And they'll be there before you finish screaming. Blob, consuming. A meteor crashes and the blob oozes out, colorless, shapeless, unstoppable. It starts small, devouring one person, then grows with every meal, dissolving flesh, bone, everything in its path. Bullets sink in and vanish, fire barely slows it. The more it eats, the bigger it gets, until cities fall to a tide of jelly that consumes all life. No reasoning, no mercy, just endless hunger. Freeze it? Maybe if you catch it early. Nothing stops it. The horror is its simplicity. It exists to eat. And when that red tide rolls towards your hiding spot, the only question is how long you'll scream before you're gone. Valak. Demonic. Whispers in the dark, a nun's habit in the corner of your eye. Valak has arrived. The demon president of hell shapeshifts twists your deepest fears into weapons, blocks psychic visions so no one can warn you. Master of torment, it possesses animals, possesses entire families, mocking faith while it breaks souls. Jump scares are its art, sudden, brutal, endless. No exorcism is simple when it delights in pain, in corruption, in dragging innocence down with it. Valak doesn't just kill, it savors every scream. And when that pale face appears behind you in the mirror, The nightmare has only just begun. Entity. Relentless. It starts with a curse. One night, one mistake. And now it's walking towards you. Slow, patient, unstoppable. The entity from It Follows shapeshifts into anyone, disguised as a stranger in the crowd. A loved one. A ghost from your past. Only you can see it. Only you can feel it closing in. It never runs. It walks. Day after day, night after night, until exhaustion breaks you. No hiding, no outrunning. Pass the curse to someone else and buy time, but it always comes back. Sexually transmitted terror that turns every hookup into a death sentence. Weapons? Useless. Friends? They can't see it. Its power is pure persistence, slow, inevitable, wearing you down until you collapse and it claims you. The horror isn't the speed, it's knowing it's always coming. Always. And when your legs give out, it'll be right there, smiling. Sadako, cursed. 7 days. That's all you get after watching the tape. Sadako crawls from the well, psychic powers that kill with a glance, telekinesis, possession, a vengeful spirit that defies physics. She spreads her curse like a virus, possessing bodies, driving victims to suicide. No escape, no mercy. One look, and your time starts ticking. And when the TV flickers on at midnight, she's coming through the screen for you. Mist creatures overwhelming. A government experiment tears open the sky and horrors pour through. Flying scorpions that sting and dissolve flesh. Tentacles that drag you screaming into fog. Giant spiders spinning acidic webs that melt steel. But the true nightmare towers above them all. The behemoth. 240 feet of muscle, tentacles, and endless appendages stomping through the mist like a living mountain. Humans are ants to it, barely noticed, easily crushed if it bothers to look down. Every creature in the mist is bigger, deadlier, more alien than the last, and the fog hides them until it's too late. No weapon matches their scale. No plan survives the chaos. The behemoth alone could level cities if it tried. But it doesn't need to try. Indifference is its deadliest power, and when the mist rolls in thicker, you'll realize the real horror. You're not prey. You're insignificant. Gen Jacket. Predator. It drifts through clouds like a UFO, but that's its skin, stretched wide, hiding the true horror underneath. Jean Jacket from Nope manipulates weather, jams electronics, stops cars dead. Look at it. It unleashes tornadoes that suck you in, crushing you with digestive muscles stronger than steel. Elusive, intelligent, it hunts like a wild animal at the top of the food chain. Patient, calculating, never missing a meal. No weapon touches it, ingenuity barely slows it. The beast tames humans, not the other way around. When those clouds part and its maw opens wide, the last thing you'll feel is the pull. Inescapable, hungry, final. Pumpkinhead. Vengeful. You whisper the spell, burn the offering, and Pumpkinhead rises. Revenge made flesh, a hulking demon with a jack-o'-lantern face and a mission that never ends. He tracks his target like a missile, unstoppable, growing larger with every summon, shrugging off bullets, blades, fire. Invulnerable to almost everything, he tears through anyone in his path, leaving bodies broken and drained. The more people call him, the stronger he becomes. Pure retribution without mercy. Only the summoner can stop him, through that psychic link that binds master and monster. Break it, you're dead. Keep it, he finishes the job anyway. Pumpkinhead doesn't care about right or wrong, he just delivers pain. And when those glowing eyes lock on you, the message is clear. Someone wanted you gone so badly they sold their soul. Now he's coming, and nothing human can stand in his way. Clover, colossal. The ocean floor rumbles and Clover rises, taller than skyscrapers, a deep-sea parasite that rips the head off the Statue of Liberty like it's a toy. One step levels blocks, one roar shatters windows for miles. Parasites pour from its skin, dog-sized horrors that swarm and devour anything left standing. Heat-resistant hide laughs at missiles, military firepower barely scratches it. Clover doesn't even need to try. Its sheer size turns New York into rubble. Feeding is instinct, destruction is collateral. No army stops it, no plan survives the first quake of its foot. You're not fighting a monster. You're fighting a force of nature that woke up hungry. And when those massive eyes scan the streets for movement, the only mercy is how fast it ends. Xenomorphs. Perfect. A chest bursts open, black blood sprays, and the xenomorph is born. Acid for blood, razor tail, claws that shred steel. Stealthy hunters that adapt to any environment, intelligent enough to outsmart teams of marines. The queen towers above, laying eggs, commanding an army that overruns ships, planets, entire colonies. Exoskeletons deflect bullets, speed blurs them, acid melts anything that touches them. No mercy, no fear, just the perfect organism designed to kill. One facehugger is enough to start the nightmare. And when the hive awakens, survival isn't an option, it's a delay. Krampus, Punisher. Snow swirls, chains rattle, and Krampus descends, evil Santa with horns, claws, and a sack full of naughty souls. He whips up blizzards, drags deniers of Christmas to hell, commands twisted toys and elves that swarm like demons. Magic bends reality, hooks rip flesh, and his team overwhelms any resistance. Krampus doesn't negotiate, he punishes. And when those bells jingle in the dark, the only gift waiting is a one-way trip to the underworld. Deny the holiday? You're next. Graboids. Underground. The ground trembles, dirt explodes, and graboids erupt. Giant worms with 3 snapping tentacles, tougher than tanks, fast enough to outrun trucks. They sense vibrations, hunt by sound, and grow to bust-size horrors. One wrong step and you're pulled under, shredded in seconds. They outthink humans, adapt, and nothing stops them once they lock on. Underground kings that turn the planet into their buffet. Stay still? They wait. They feast. The earth itself is their weapon. The Thing, assimilator. It lands in the ice, and the Thing begins absorbing life, mimicking perfectly, memories and all. One cell survives and it spreads, turning friends into monsters overnight. Divide, infect, deceive. No trust left. Fire kills it, sometimes. But in a city, unstoppable. The horror is never knowing who's real until it's too late. Dracula, eternal. The Count rises from his coffin, eyes glowing red, shape-shifting, mind control, turning victims into his army of brides. Superhuman strength, immortality, the ability to command storms and wolves. Centuries of cunning make him a master manipulator. No mirror reflects him, no cross stops him forever. He feeds on blood, on fear, on power. Kill him? He always returns. The king of vampires doesn't die. He waits. Pazuzu. Possessor. The demon enters, twisting a child into a monster. Levitation, blasphemy, superhuman strength. Pazuzu possesses bodies, corrupts innocence, transfers souls, delights in agony. Exorcisms fail if faith wavers. It mocks priests, breaks minds, and never truly leaves. The real horror is knowing the demon is already inside someone you love. Pinhead. Torturer. Solve the box, and Pinhead arrives. Leader of the Cenobites, chains tearing flesh, reality bending to his will. Hooks rip skin, tools dissect souls, resurrection turns victims into more Cenobites. Pain is his art, pleasure his trap. No escape from Leviathan's prince. Once summoned, hell claims you forever. Mimic. Deceiver. Subway lights buzz overhead, reflection in the window looks wrong. Too perfect, too still. The mimic doesn't roar or chase. It waits until you're alone with someone you trust. Then one accidental touch, one shared drink, and the assimilation begins. Skin ripples, bones shift, memories get overwritten in seconds. It becomes them. Voice, laugh, inside jokes, everything except the cold hunger behind the eyes. You can't test for it fast enough. Blood tests, questions, even pain won't reveal the fake until it's too late. Fire scorches cells, but survivors scatter like spores, hiding in new hosts. In a city of millions, it spreads silently, turning families, friends, lovers into perfect copies that smile while they strangle you in your sleep. The nightmare isn't the monster wearing your face. It's realizing the hug you just got might be the last human one you'll ever feel. Trust Frankenstein. Vulnerable. Lightning cracks across the sky, the table rises, and the creature opens his eyes, already stronger than any man alive. Frankenstein's monster shrugs off bullets, survives Arctic blizzards without a shiver, swims miles through freezing water like it's nothing. His massive frame crushes bones with a single grip, yet his mind is sharper than people expect. Strategic, calculating, even kind at first, reaching out for connection before the world teaches him hate. But that innocence dies fast, replaced by raw power that no mob with torches can match. Fire barely singes him, blades bounce off, and his rage only grows with every betrayal. You think you can reason with him? He'll listen, right up until those giant hands close around your throat. The real horror isn't the monster, it's knowing nothing human can ever truly stop him. Chucky, possessed. Plastic face grins from the toy aisle. Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend till the end. Then the chant ends, eyes flash, and the doll is alive. Voodoo soul trapped in a good guy body. Stab him, he laughs. Shoot him, stitches pop back. Burn him to ash, he comes back in the next kid's toy. Tiny size is the trap. He slips through vents, hides under beds, climbs counters while you're distracted. Knife in his stubby hand slices tendons. Super strength for his frame lets him drag grown adults across floors. He talks, taunts, remembers every fear you've ever whispered. Playtime turns deadly fast. Wanna play? Becomes a carving session on your chest. Immortality across bodies means killing him once never sticks. Giggle echoes in the hallway at 3 a.m. Footsteps too small to be human. The doll is already in the room, and he's not here to cuddle. The Predator, Hunter. Jungle canopy rustles, thermal vision paints you red against green. Predator has locked on. Cloaking drops only when he wants the fight. Plasma cannon blasts through trees, wrist blades extend, spear launches with pinpoint accuracy. Superhuman strength tosses soldiers like dolls, speed outruns anything human, armor shrugs off bullets and explosions. He studies prey for sport, sets traps, learns weaknesses, collects skulls as trophies. Heat vision sees through walls, camouflage blends into anything. No mercy for the weak, he wants worthy kills to prove dominance. One roar echoes and the hunt begins. Run? He tracks your fear sweat. Fight? He adapts, upgrades mid-battle. When the self-destruct countdown beeps and his mask tilts, smiling behind it, you realize you're not surviving. You're the trophy he'll mount next.